Thus the heavens and the earth were finished, and all the host of them. And on the seventh day God ended his work which he had made, and he rested on the seventh day from all his work which he had made. And God blessed the seventh day and sanctified it, because in it he had rested from all his work which God created and made. These are the generations of the heavens and of the earth when they were created, in the day that the Lord made them. And every plant of the field before, and every herb of the field before it grew, for the Lord God had not caused it to rain upon the earth, and there was not a man to till the ground. But there went up a mist from the earth, and watered the whole face of the ground. And the Lord God formed man of the dust of the ground, and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, and man became a living soul. And the Lord planted a garden eastward in Eden, every tree that is pleasant to the sight, and good for food, the tree of life also in the midst of the garden, and the tree of knowledge of good and evil. And the river went out of Eden to water the garden, and from thence it was parted, and became into four heads. The name of the first is Pison. That is it which compasseth the whole land of Havilah, where there is gold. And the gold of that land is good. There is bdellium and the onyx stone. And the name of the second river is Gihon. The same is it that compasseth the whole land of Ethiopia. And the name of the third river is Hiddekel. That is it which goeth towards the east of Assyria. And the fourth river is Euphrates. And the Lord God took the man and put him in the garden of Eden to dress it and to keep it. And the Lord God commanded the man, saying, Of every tree of the garden thou may freely eat, but of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil thou shalt not eat of it. For in the day thou shalt eat thereof, thou shalt surely die. And the Lord God said, It is not good that man should be alone. I will make him a helpmeet for him. And of the ground the Lord God formed every beast of the field and every fowl of the air, and brought them unto Adam, to see what he would call them. And whatsoever Adam called every living creature, that was the name thereof. And Adam gave names to all the cattle, and to the fowl of the air, and to every beast of the field. But for Adam there was not found a helpmeet for him. And the Lord God caused a deep sleep to fall upon Adam, and he slept. And he took one of his ribs, and closed up the flesh instead thereof. And the rib which the Lord had taken from man made he a woman, and brought her unto the man. And Adam said, This is now bone of my bones and flesh of my flesh. She shall be called woman, because she was taken out of man. Therefore shall a man leave his father and mother, and shall cleave unto his wife, and they shall be one flesh. And they were both naked, the man and his wife, and were not ashamed. Chapter 3. Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field, which the Lord God had made. And he said unto the woman, Hey, hath God said you should not eat of every tree of the garden? And the woman said unto the serpent, We may eat the fruit of the trees of the garden, but of the fruit of the tree which is in the middle of the garden, God has said, You shall not eat, neither shall you touch it, lest you die. And the serpent said unto the woman, You surely shall not die, for God knows that in the day you eat the fruit thereof, then your eyes shall be opened, and you shall be as gods, small g, knowing good and evil. And the woman saw that the tree was good for food, and it was pleasant to the eyes, and a tree to be desired to make one wise. So she took of the fruit thereof and ate it, and gave unto her husband who was with her, and he also ate it. And the eyes of both of them were opened, and they knew that they were naked, and they sewed fig leaves together and made themselves aprons. And they heard the voice of the Lord God walking in the garden in the cool of the day, and Adam and his wife hid themselves from the presence of the Lord God amongst the trees of the garden. And the Lord called out unto him, unto Adam, and said, Where are you? And he said, I heard your voice in the garden, and I was afraid because I was naked, so I hid myself. And God said, Who told you you were naked? Have you eaten of the tree thereof that I commanded you should not eat? And the man said, The woman you gave me, she gave me from the tree, and I ate. And the Lord God said to the woman, What is this you have done? What have you done? And the woman replied, The serpent tricked me, and I ate. And the Lord God said unto the serpent, Because you have done this, you are cursed above all cattle, and above every beast of the field. On your belly shall you go, and dust you shall eat all the days of your life. And I will put enmity between you and the woman, and between her seed and your seed. They shall bruise your head, and you shall bruise their heel. And to the woman he said, I will greatly multiply your sorrow and your conception. In sorrow shall you bring forth children, and thy desire shall be unto thy husband, and he shall rule over you. And unto Adam he said, Because you have listened to the voice of your wife, and have eaten of the tree which I commanded you, saying, Do not eat of it. Cursed is the ground because of you. In sorrow shall you eat of it all the days of your life. Thorns also and thistles shall it bring forth to thee, and you shall eat the herb of the field. In the sweat of thy brow shall you eat bread, till you return unto the ground. For out of it were you taken, for dust you are, and unto dust you shall return. And Adam called his wife's name Eve, because she was the mother of everything living. Unto Adam also, and to his wife, the Lord made coats of skins and clothed them.